Welcome everybody. Algebra 1. This is the first section 1.1. Why PEMDAS, right? So we're going to go over order of operations again using PEMDAS. And we can see, right? So our operations, anything like add, subtract, multiply, divide, squaring, square root, those are all types of operations that we use. Right? So we're going to look at this first example here. So order of operations, right? Always parentheses, follow PEMDAS, right? P parentheses, E exponents, multiply or divide comes next. Whatever comes first, left to right, and that's important. Add or subtract, always left to right. Okay, so the first part, we're using parentheses, right? So the parentheses, we only have one of them here, 5 plus 3. So 5 plus 3 gives us our 8. Right, let's just write that on the side. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. So that's how we got our 8 here. Then we're going to look at exponents, right? So our exponent comes next. And we only have one of them, 3 squared. Remember, 3 squared, anytime you have an exponent is twice, right? So how many times you multiply it together? So 3 squared, you multiply 3 twice. So 3 times 3 is 9. So that's how we got the 9. And we bring it down. And all these other ones, we just bring it down. Right? So these ones, we just bring it down with it. So now we have a new line here. Then we do multiply or divide. Right? So we have a number here. Next to a parentheses is multiply. Remember that, right? So 6 times 8 is 48 here. Right? So number next to a parentheses equals multiply. Let's write that down. So number next to parentheses equals multiply. Okay, so 6 times 8, 48. Right, that's how we got the 48 right here. Just write that. So 6 times 8 equals 48. So we got a 48. Everything else just comes down. Bring it down, bring it down. Now we have a subtraction and addition. Right? When we just have subtraction or division, subtraction and addition, we go left to right. Right? So we're going to do the first one first. So we have to do 48 minus 9 first, and then we're going to add 5. Right? So 48 minus 9 gives us that 39, and then we're going to take 39 and add that 5, which is 44. And that's how we got our answer. So remember, left to right. Same thing with multiplication and division. If there's just multiply and divide, we go left to right, whatever order it is. Yes, use the next one. Okay, this problem here. So we have our subtraction, addition, multiplication, and addition, according to PEMDAS. So P, parentheses, there's none. There's no parentheses, so we don't need to do that. Exponent, there's no exponent, none. Then we go to multiply or divide. All right, so multiply or divide, we do have a multiply, so we can do that first. 5 times 0, or 5 times 0 equals 0. So you might see an X here. Usually before, X is a multiply, right? When you get to algebra 1, little dot here, a dot means multiply. Multiply. All right, so 5 times 0 is 0. Then we just bring everything down. So we have 7 minus 4 plus, we did 5 times 0, and then plus 1 at the end. Then we do add or subtract. So add or subtract, and we just have, so we have subtraction, addition, addition. Which one do we do first? Remember, add or subtract, if we just have that, we go left to right. So we have to go left to right. So we have to do 7 minus 4 first. Right, so 7 minus 4 gives us that 3. Right, 7 minus 4 equals 3. Then we bring everything down, so plus 0 plus 1. Then we go left to right again. 3 plus 0 is 3. And then we can bring down the 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. Should be 3. And then 3 plus 1 gives us our 4. So that's our final answer, 4. Okay, so PEMDAS, we can use something to remember it by. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That's the way, and at the end of this lesson, you guys are going to create your own, right? Create your own. Besides, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, just use your own. Create your own words for PEMDAS to help you remember it. And we're going to create a little mini art project from that. Okay, so definition of expression, mathematical phrase combining numbers and or variables using mathematical operations. Okay, so we have a parentheses. First, if you have multiple things going on in the parentheses, we just follow PEMDAS within the parentheses. So if we just addition subtraction, we have to go left to right. 2 plus 8, 10. Minus 8 will give us that 2. Or we go left to right inside the parentheses. And then no exponents. Multiply, divide. We have negative 30 divided by 2, which gives us negative 15. And then there's no add or subtract, so just negative 15. Okay, next one, right? Parentheses, we have negative 5 minus 6 in here, which is negative 11. Then we have negative 5 minus negative 6. And with double negatives is addition, right? Add the positive plus positive. Right, so in here, a couple notes. Whenever you see the double negatives, equals addition. Always, right? Addition right there. So double negatives equals addition. So negative 5 plus 6 equals that 1. And then you got exponents, none. Multiply or divide. So we're going to show each step. 44 divided by negative 11 is negative 4. Then bring down plus 1. And then you add those together, you get negative 3. Okay, example 3. Subtract inside the parentheses, right? Parentheses first. Negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. Then we have our exponent is next. Negative 2 to the 4th power is negative 2 4 times. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Multiply all those together, you get positive 16. There's no multiply and divide, and you add or subtract last. So 15 minus 16, negative 1. Okay, let's do a few examples right here. Okay, so we're going to write in our steps as we go for each one. Okay, so parentheses. There we go. Do we have a parentheses? We have brackets right here, and that's the same thing. Right, so this is your parentheses right here, your bracket. That's the same thing as a parentheses. Same thing. Okay, so we want to do that part. So I'm just going to write in here that part. Negative 15 minus parentheses negative 12, all inside the bracket there. And then we're going to calculate that on this line. So we get negative, remember the double negatives, right? So double negative here, this is addition, right? So we have negative 15 plus 12. These are double negatives. And then negative 15 plus 12 is negative 3. Okay, so negative 3, this whole thing right here is negative 3. Okay, when you go to exponents, do we have exponents? No, we don't, right? So this is none. There's no exponents. Multiply or divide. Okay, so we gotta bring out everything first. So bring out all of it, all of it. 7 times 3 divided by what was in the bracket, which is now negative 3. So multiply and divide. We do have multiply, we do have divide, and we go left to right. Right? So left to right. Left to right there. So 7 times 3. 7 times 3. First, let's put that divide -3. All right, so 7 times 3 is 21. Divided by -3 is -7. Right, so -7 in there. So let's do this part first. So 7 times 3, 21. Divided by -3 is -7. Right there. Add or subtract, there is none. Right, so our answer is -7. Okay, follow steps. If you follow steps, you'll never go wrong. Let's go step by step. Okay, first one, parentheses. We have our parentheses here, right? So 11 minus 12 minus 13. And figure that out. And we go left to right. 11 minus 12 is -1. And we subtract 13, we get -14. All right, so this whole thing is -14. Exponents, we do have an exponent here, -1 squared. So that's -1 twice, right? Because it's squared to 2, it's twice. -1 times -1 is +1. So this right here is +1. And then we have our multiply right there. -14 times 1 is -14. Right there. So that made it easy. -14 times 1 gives us our answer, -14. And at subtract, there is none. So this is our answer, -14. We write it in our answers right there. Okay, last one. Okay, parentheses. Now we have 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Let's do each one. Each one. Right, so 10 minus 1 first. 10 minus 1, 9. Right, so this parentheses, 9. Second one, 10 plus 1, 11. Right, so this parentheses, 11. Last one, 0 minus 1 is -1. So this parentheses is -1. All right, just do each one separate. Each parentheses, one by one. And then we still have those dot here, which is multiplying, dot here, which is multiplying. And we look, do we have exponents? No. So this is none. Multiply or divide? Yes, we do. And we're going to go left to right. Right? 9 times 11 first. 9 times 11, which is 99. Right? So this is 99. And then we bring it down. We have times -1. Just comes down. And then 99 times -1 times -1 is -99. And then we're done. Well, we're left with one thing. There's no addition, subtraction, so this is none. All right, so our answer is -99. So just go through each step and write in your work right here on the side in parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. If there's nothing, put none there. Right? And always check your answers in the answer key.